There's been outrage from across the city after Toronto police shot and killed a bear that was roaming through a neighborhood in Scarborough last night. The man whose backyard it was shot in said he's seen raccoons, rabbits, and even a possum before, but never a black bear.
Around 2 o'clock, cops knocking on my door. I was sleeping. I came down. They said, "Your kids up?" I said, "No." They go, "We just killed a black bear in your backyard." I'm like, "Okay." "Oh, there's a bunch of blood back there. I gotta hose that down later."
Police started receiving calls about the bear around 10 o'clock last night. It was first spotted near Tapscott Road and Finch, rummaging through backyards and going through garbage cans. One resident said at one point it banged on the door of her home. Officers shot the bear after animal control officials said they were not equipped to deal with the situation.
After four hours of keeping our eye on the animal and in the interest of public safety, our emergency task force responded and they shot and killed the bear.
The Ministry of Natural Resources says it does not usually send staff out at night because of safety risks, and it's difficult to immobilize and transport an animal at that time. Police say a local vet offered to tranquilize the bear, but officers didn't have a cage to keep it in. Earlier, I spoke to Bill Dowd from Skedaddle Humane Wildlife Control about why a bear might be roaming a residential area.
This time of year, the bears have awoken from hibernation. They're looking for a food source, which typically berries, which haven't really ripened yet until we're later in the summer. So they'll go great distances looking for those food sources. So I'm thinking that the animal just kind of kept wandering, looking for those food sources, garbage, whatever, green bins, whatever he could find, and that's what he took advantage of.
And a lot of people are wondering about the way this situation was handled. The Toronto police feeling like they had to kill the bear to take care of the situation. In your view, is that the only option in a situation like that?
Well, there's many options to weigh. I'm sure the police did that, whether it's trapping the animal, trying to trap it, using a tranquilizer gun. So there is other options, and I'm sure the police force weighed all those options before making the decision they did.
So I guess in terms of public safety then, is that you would understand why then the police would have to do what they did?
If it was an issue of public safety, I mean, that is probably why the police took the actions they did. But obviously, with a bear in the city, whether it's a raccoon, squirrel, skunk, these animals are out there, and that we as a society need to learn that they're there and animal-proof our home. Don't leave garbage out for the raccoons or the bears to get into, or skunks.
So given that then, it doesn't happen every day. We don't see bears sort of wandering through people's backyards in the city of Toronto. But what's your sense of whether or not we're going to see more of this?
Well, we're seeing more and more calls from all of our franchises across Canada with bears, wolves, foxes. The animal population in our city environments continue to explode. So I would suspect as we continue to grow and our cities continue to grow that we're still going to see a great increase of not only raccoons, squirrels, skunks, birds, bats, but also the larger predator animals, whether it be bears, coyotes, foxes. Those type of animals come closer and living in the city with us.